Donald Trump has always held the free press in disdain. And that is especially true when the journalists trying to hold him accountable are women of color.
On the campaign trail, you called yourself a nationalist. Some people saw that as emboldening white nationalists. Now people are also saying
I don't know why you'd say that. That's such a racist
there
question.
Are some people.
That's such a racist question. Honestly, I mean, I know you have it written down and you're going to tell me. Let me tell you, it's a racist question.
It's the same thing with April Ryan. I watch her get up. I mean, you talk about somebody that's a loser. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
Are you going to include the Congressional Black Caucus and the Congressional Hispanic
Well, I would.
Caucus,
I tell you what. Do you want to set up the meeting? Do you want to set up the meeting?
No.
Are they friends of yours?
Comments like those make it all the more surprising, then, that the National Association of Black Journalists announced an interview with Trump at its annual conference this Wednesday. One co-chair of the event, Washington Post columnist Karen Attiah, just resigned from her position in protest. Coming on tonight to discuss, Roland Martin is the host and managing editor of Roland Martin Unfiltered. He joins us now. Roland, thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to give you the floor because I think you represent the concerns of a lot of African-American journalists and just journalists, period. What is the main problem with NABJ inviting Donald Trump to be interviewed tomorrow at the conference in Chicago?
Look, we've always invited presidential candidates, Republicans and Democrats. 1996, Bob Dole and Jack Kemp were there in Nashville. 2016, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were invited. Trump did not come. He did not come in 2017, 18, 19, or 20. The difference here is Donald Trump has been far more vicious in his attacks on journalists, on journalism, and the fourth estate. He has pushed fake news. He has sat here and lied about the election results. And so the reason I've been so upset is because when the news came out is first, there is no way Harris Faulkner and Fox News or any representative of Fox News should be on any stage at NABJ questioning Donald Trump after they paid $787 million to settle a case where they lied about the election and they knew they were lying. They have a second case that's going on. Two, no black male journalists. Got 4,000 members. I'm down for the sisters. And if there were 3 black men and no sisters, I would be joining the sisters saying, where's representation? Thirdly, no black-owned media. We're in Chicago. I'm here covering the Sonia Massey rally at Mount Pilgrim Baptist Church on the west side. This city has a rich, deep history with the black media. Ebony, Jet, Chicago Defender, Ida B. Wells, married Fred Barnett in terms of moving here, working for his newspaper. And for no black-owned media on that panel, that's why Black Enterprise and Essence have canceled their panel, the Executive Leadership Council, on Thursday. And so that's why people are upset, because this man has been vicious. He showed the video attacking Jamel Hill, Yamiche Alcindor, April Ryan, all 3 people who were named NABJ's Journalists of the Year.
So, Roland, I'm going to also add to this. The counter that was said by the NABJ president was, well, you know, this is an opportunity to hold Trump accountable, and we'll have live fact-checking. But the reality is, most of the people on that stage, and this is not an insult to any of those journalists, except maybe some criticism of Harris Faulkner, it's not like these people aren't capable, but haven't we seen after 6 or 7 years that fact-checking does nothing for Donald Trump? Is there any way that the NABJ could justify this?
Look, you can fact check him, but you got to have folks who are willing to go at him and say, I'm sorry, that's a lie. That's not true. You must stop it in the moment it is said. You can't sit here and allow him to pontificate. We already know he's going to lie about HBCU. He's going to lie about black unemployment. He's going to lie about these things. But more importantly, NABJ condemned him multiple times for his attacks on the media. And so what you're dealing with is a serial liar. So unless you are willing to go toe-to-toe with him, and Harris Faulkner and Fox News will never do it, then you cannot deal with a liar. You must be as aggressive in fact-checking him as he is aggressive in law.
Roland, I'm going to ask this quick because I think this is also key. The situation isn't just one of Donald Trump being aggressive and violent. He has called the press the enemy of the state. He has encouraged violence against specific members of the organization. And he's made it clear in Project 2025 that should he get back into office, he is comfortable with jailing journalists. This isn't just a black eye on the NABJ. It's an open threat. Do you think that there's a possibility in the next 24 hours that anybody there recognizes that inviting the Fox into the hen house is a mistake? Or do you think this is still going to go through, even though it's going to leave the organization with a black eye?
Oh, it's still going to go through. And I'm also angry that NABJ turned down Vice President Kamala Harris's request to appear virtually and to take questions. You and I are talking on Skype. We do satellite interviews. So why could NABJ accommodate her since she's in Atlanta today, Houston tomorrow with Gamma Row, and the funeral of Congresswoman Chief Jackson Lee on Thursday? This is a failure of NABJ's leadership, and it's hard for me to say this. I'm a life member. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm a 3-time board member. This is my 35th year. But this is where leadership failed to factor all of these things in. Initially, I was going to leave because I got to go to Houston for Sheila Jackson Lee's funeral, but I'm going to be there, and I'm telling you, if that man lies and they do not challenge him, you're going to hear somebody from the audience say, stop lying, because we as journalists must be arbiters of truth. We cannot and should not be as so graceful in allowing somebody to lie in front of us, especially somebody with his history.
Exactly. And we should not be giving him the platform to lie to our faces. Roland Martin, thank you so much for joining us.